All right, Joey, you got the light on so they can see us.
How about we use that fucking building? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's.
Corporation systems, there needs to be a change for better things to come in.
Friend of the Bulgari. Friend of the Bulgari, right? Right, friend of the good stuff.
The good shit, the good light.
The good stuff.
Hold on. Oh, that's a nice little chandelier in the bag.
I'm live right now. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, Coach H. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, Coach H, Track and Field Network. And over the last several years, America, the world, we have an honor to watch the Choi brothers, right? Matt inspires us, but he can't do it without the brother. He cannot do it without the brother. So first and foremost, I want to give the flowers to the Choi family. We appreciate you, gentlemen, for what you have done in track and field. Historically, when we see content creators, we see guys that ran at NCAA, Division I levels, but Matt's story is transparency. How could you not respect the story of a man who was like, yo, I was a football player. And then things hit the fan during COVID. He had to make a pivot. And now Matt is in our living room every day inspiring us. That's why we got to respect my man. And then his brother is a secret weapon, right? You got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Without the backcourt, it doesn't happen. So first and foremost, Choi brothers, welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. It's a pleasure. Matt, I want to get to you, but we want to start with him. When your brother said, let's do this, why?
Why? I'm usually not on the camera.
I know that. That's why I got to put you on the mic.
I know. So I'm not shy. So I think any opportunity to, share our story as brothers and just kind of the whole content game, I think it's a blessing and an honor. So.
And I want to stick to that. As you've watched your content touch the world, touch lives, it inspires you. Now have you developed a purpose? Have you developed a why? Is this addicting to you that you want to do more and more?
That's a great question. I think being behind the camera, seeing the amount of people that the lives that Matt's touched, it's definitely kind of given me more of a focus in terms of like utilizing my skills and strengths. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I find a lot of enjoyment in supporting Matt, being behind the scenes, and yeah, just seeing my younger brother thrive. It's dope.
You look plenty strong.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you some context. At 45 years old, I started paying attention to Matt. As you know, here in Massachusetts, I was Division III Girls Coach of the Year, but he brought up the term hybrid athlete. And I had to do my research. I said, he's speaking to my soul right now. So thank you, Matt. So, Matt, how's the hamstring feel? I know we had a little tight hammy. You was running the post pattern. Things got a little tight. How do you feel now?
I'm just humbled to be here. But honestly, I feel really good. I think saying no to TSP, which I think for a lot of athletes, it's hard to sometimes take a step back and say, you know what, this isn't the best decision for me to do. And honestly, it helps me because now I feel really good. I feel ready to run Boston and then 6 days later go run in the London Marathon.
Now, context. He supported his team. Still went to Vegas. Still was in Death Valley. Still brought the energy. He may not have boogied, but the energy was there. So what do we expect? Am I going to get a sub-3 performance? Are we going to dance on Monday?
I think Monday is going to be one, just kind of testing out the system. I think really for me, the real dance is going to happen in London. I think for me, Boston's going to be, a good opportunity to see how my legs are feeling. I haven't ran more than 10 miles in 4 weeks, right?
Wow.
So it'll be a good opportunity to come out here and enjoy it. I always say about the world majors, like a lot of people put pressure on themselves, especially New York, Boston, like they want to perform. But ultimately, I think you also lose out on the joy of all the people that are supporting and like the moment that you're in and being present in it. So for me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to stay in the moment. I'm going to be present. And then 6 days later, we'll go see what we could do in London.
I was inspired by the trip to Seoul. Going back to Korea, I know you touched upon it. How was that back in the homeland, Korea, eating the traditional food with the people? What did you walk away from that Korean trip? What was the one lesson that you walked away with?
I think the biggest lesson I took was from a friend of mine, a mentor that I actually gained when I was there. And it was around how impact can happen in so many different ways.
Mhm.
I got to meet a man who's a former hip hop artist who then has now in his like second part of his life taken his energy, his resources, his own time and body to raise money and awareness around things that he believes in. Whether it's a foundation, in his case, he raised a ton of money to build a children's hospital for disability in Korea.
Wow.
So I think the biggest thing I learned, it wasn't the run. Like everyone always wants to ask about, oh my, how was it running a marathon a day? Like physically, it's challenging. But I think I walked away, my heart wanting to do more and use my platform in a way that like can make impact past my own name. Like if I fall, when I'm 6 feet under, if people only remember Matt Choi as the runner guy or the guy that made TikToks running, then I would do myself a disservice of not actually maximizing my full potential. So I think for me, it's using my platform, yes, to like make a living and build a business, but then to do something bigger than just my name.
Before we go, Choi brothers. There is a set of brothers right now who are going to see this. Could be sisters, duos. They say sometimes you cannot work with family, but you guys have destroyed that. What do you say to the younger version of you?
Yeah, wow. I mean, Matt and I, we've been looking out for each other since day one. And as his older brother, I mean, there's an aspect of like looking out for him, but I mean, seeing my brother like grow into a man, see him have impact, see him like inspire people. I think it's super encouraging to me. I think the biggest thing I'm proud of my brother is that he's remained who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't lost himself. He's remained humble, and I think that's the biggest thing that I'm proud of is that beyond all the attention, the followers or whatever, that he's still my kid brother, and yeah. I mean, I'd go to war with him any day.
But we also appreciate you for what you do behind the lens.
For sure.
Now, Matt, we're not going to be doing any flag football anytime soon. We're not passing the pigskin anytime soon. What do you say to the younger version? Now, I want to ask you, the way you move now in the 5K, half, and the marathon, could you have ran like an 800 in high school?
It's funny. It's like I really ran track just to run the 1 and the 2, so get faster for football.
I can see that.
Yeah, and damn, our lights just went out. It's okay. But the 400 was an event that my coach put me in to see if I could run that. Right. But personally, I was very mentally weak at the time, and I actually ran that as a time trial, and I stopped running at 300 meters.
Oh my!
To prove and to make sure my coach never put me in that event again, and he never did. He kept me in the 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
But I actually lost something more that day by doing that. I lost on my own potential of realizing that I could do so much more, but internally, I said no before I even gave myself a chance. And I think for a lot of people, before they ever sign up for a marathon or even a 5K or a 10K, they tell themselves, I'm not a runner. I would never do that. I can never do that. And I think that the words that we speak matter. And at times as humans, we need to analyze the things that we're saying ourselves before we start pointing the finger as to why you can't accomplish something. So I think that would be something I'd say in terms of working with family. Life is challenging regardless of who you work with. Blood is always thicker than water. So I think at the end of the day, you can always try to make something work, even when it's with his family, even if it's tough. Like, I always think about it in a legacy play. At the end of the day, why wouldn't you want your family to succeed? Why wouldn't you want your family to reach their full potential, to reach their purpose, all those things? Like, is it dope that I have people that work for me that are my family that still can get those things out of me? But if it was up to me, I'd be like, yo, I want everyone in my corner to win. People that I know. I'm like, I want my cousin to come up with me. I want my brother to come up with me. I want all the people that I knew since I was a kid. So yes, it's difficult and challenging, but so is running a business. So is anything that you do in life. So why not bring the people that are blood with you? And at the same time, the people that aren't blood, like, just treat them like family too. Everyone that works with me is like family. Ahmed is like a brother to me. So regardless, whether it is your own blood or not, you could still create that culture with anyone that you work with.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, superheroes don't only wear capes, they wear their hats backwards. And Matt, I really appreciate you are even better human being in person. I'm humbled, man. I really appreciate that. And you have inspired me. You're inspired. Can I get a drop? This is Troy Brothers with Coach H Live at Track and Field Network.
We out.
Welcome to Boston. Can you guys say that?
Welcome to Boston, baby. Let's go.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate this, man.
Super humbled, man.
Straight up, cause like, I mean, no, like I'm a track coach.